SummerSlam is just around the corner, and as always, we are here to do our blind predictions on Raw as Ginger. Let's run through the match card and we'll give our blind predictions on who we think is going to win these matches at the latest WWE Premium Live event. The winner will be the one that gets the most match predictions correct. At the time of this recording, John Toner is currently in the lead. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, tribal combat. I'm not going to go into my extended predictions of who I think is going to win and why. I'm just going to go on my gut instinct. And in this case, I think Roman Reigns is going to win it. They're just going to keep milking this bloodline story.
There is going to be a ton of interference. The way things are playing out, I can't see them putting the belt on Jey right now. It would be the right thing to do, but I don't think that's what they'll do. I want to see that happening, but I'm going to say that Roman Reigns will retain his title. This will continue the Bloodline feud until at least Survivor Series.
This story has went on for quite a while. It's been gritting at points. There's been some outstanding matches coming out of it. Do I think the story's finished yet? No. Do I think that this will end the story? No. I think there's going to still be a bit on this yet. I think it's going to run into Mania next year. For that, I feel like it's going to be a Reigns retains it.
Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
I think that Cody is going to get the win. It's very rare for people to have 3 matches where they lose them all. For this one, I'm going with Cody.
I'm going to need to give this one to Rhodes. I feel like it'll probably be a really physical match. I feel like potentially maybe interferences coming from out with to set up new storylines, but this being the trilogy bout, I feel like Rhodes is going to come out with a victory on that.
I think Cody Rhodes. Seth frickin' Rollins versus Finn Balor.
For me, this is pretty simple in saying that Rollins retains, but I do feel there's a potential for a cash in here. I could definitely see the Priest cashing in, but where the match goes, I think Rollins retains that. I don't really think that's in question.
I'm going to go with Seth Rollins.
Technically, this is the third match that they've had. Finn Balor won the first one, and then Seth went and beat him the second time. And I think that they're going to keep the title on Seth for just a wee bit longer. My prediction for this one is Seth Rollins.
Asuka versus Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair, a triple threat match.
I've come up with scenarios where each of them wins. Charlotte Flair's got the history. Looking at it, I've got to say Asuka retaining is going to be my prediction. I feel like then, it would set up quite a few Asuka Sky matches, which, kind of looking at things with both of them, looking at their history, looking at where they were before, they would be outstanding matches, and I think they should be done with a championship on the line. So I feel like that would be the smart outcome, but I could see that going any way.
As much as I don't want to, I think it's going to be Charlotte Flair.
I can see this going one of two ways. I can see them either keeping Asuka as a champion, or that it goes to Charlotte. I'm going to say that it will be Charlotte Flair, because I think what they're trying to do is set up a champion versus champion match with Charlotte and Rhea Ripley at Survivor Series.
Gunther versus Drew McIntyre.
Drew has just came back from injury, and I don't think he's at 100% just now. So because of that, I don't think they're going to give him a title run just yet. It'll probably be in a couple of months if he gets another title run with any of the championships. The Intercontinental Championship is going to stay with Gunther for at least another wee while.
I want the Scotsman to win, but I think they're doing too well with Gunther right now. I think he's going to retain.
I think this will be a relatively decent match, but I can't see Gunther losing so close to nearing history as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. So I'd be very surprised to see that happening. So I've got to say Gunther retains for that one.
Logan Paul versus Ricochet.
Paul.
There's nothing to gain in this match for anybody. It's a showcase match, and I think that they're going to give Logan Paul the win, because the matches that he's been in, he's only actually had one win, and the rest of all the fights he's lost, I believe. That's why I'm saying that they're going to give him the win this time.
They didn't have Logan Paul win Money in the Bank, so I think he's got to win at SummerSlam.
I've got to give this one to Paul. I think, we know his kind of fame out with the wrestling. We know what he brings. He's been relatively impressive in any match he's had. He's lost the last 4 matches, so I feel like this would be the time to give him that push, that win. So I feel like that is going to be
Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, because Ronda's on her way out, and I think she'll want to put over her friend.
Rousey reportedly on her way out. She's going to obviously be putting Shayna Baszler over. So I would give this to Baszler. And I think that if, Rousey is on her way out, this would be the kind of ideal, perfect scenario for them.
I'm unsure how this is going to play out. We all know that Ronda's on her way out. People know this. Don't see them giving the win to somebody who is on their way out. They're not going to try and build her up to be something when she's leaving. I'm predicting that Shayna is going to win this one. Slim Jim Battle Royal is going to be built up as Sheamus versus LA Knight. That's how they've been building it already. LA Knight is so over, and if they don't give him the win, they're going to start losing people, because it's like, why aren't you pushing this guy? I can see him winning it, but the way things have been going under the Vince McMahon-led WWE again, I could see it going other ways. Personally, I'm hoping that LA Knight gets the win, because they need to start building him up, and this is the time to start, because with this SummerSlam, then you've got the build-up to Survivor Series, which is the build-up to Royal Rumble. And if you don't start building them at this point, it's going to be too late to try and build them up later on. So my prediction is LA Knight.
There was a SummerSlam Battle Royal announced. Not really many names been announced to it, so I would assume this is where we're going to see the likes of, Sheamus, Styles, Dom, where a lot of the guys that aren't on the card are going to get to have their kind of moment, their appearance there. Only name really been announced for it being LA Knight. I think it's a great platform to get that crowd pop and that crowd reaction for LA Knight to win that Battle Royal, or potentially somebody else winning it and maybe setting up a feud with LA Knight. But I think this might be just to get LA Knight his pop.
I'm not going to give my thoughts on the SummerSlam Battle Royale, because I don't know which wrestlers are going to be in it, so this will probably cost me in the match card, but I am going to forfeit this match.
SummerSlam 2023 looks like a pretty decent card overall.
Can't wait to hear what the other guys think. I hope I don't get beat too much, unlike last time where we were devastated. Let's hope that I'm closer to being right this time.
And that's our predictions for WWE SummerSlam 2023. Let us know in the comments who you think is going to win out of these matches. And until next time, good night.
See ya.